Hey, how's it going there, guys and gals? Welcome back. So I've got the ZH2 on the stand here, and she's well overdue an oil change. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. Let's crack on. All right, first things first, got to turn the ZH2 on with the old oil for a little bit so it can warm up, and then yeah, we can get all that old oil out of there. Let's do it. It's quite funny, as I'm looking at it, the oil level seems quite high. I'll show you. Yeah, look at that. That's the bike level, fairly level, and the oil level is pretty much overflowing. So, I mean, this is from new as well, guys. So, okay. Well, let's see if we can do a better job, eh? Battery seems to be running a bit low as well. All right, this should be plenty warm enough. So, gonna get some cardboard, shove it underneath the bike, get a tray, and let's drain the oil. All right. Okay, let's see if we can find where the drain bolt is. Right. There's the drain bolt. See if we can find it. That's not it, surely. Alright, yeah, so apparently that there is the drain bolt on the ZH2. It's weird because it's not a drain bolt that I've seen before. I mean, the biggest one's gonna be too small. I'm gonna need an Allen key for this, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Just get a little bit of leverage on it. Go. Alright, so whilst the oil's draining, we'll try and get off the oil filter, which is right there. So I've still got my oil filter removal tool from last time. So I'm going to try using it again, but this looks even tighter than before. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to have to take off this piece here. Bit annoying, but it's only 3 bolts, so it should be fairly straightforward. Oh wow, what's going on here? Oh, come off. Oh. Rusted on. Okay, should have better access for it now. Right. That should be loose enough. There we go. There's the filter. Alright, I'll leave that in there for now. Let the rest of the oil drain. My aim today is to do this without making a mess. So with the ZH2, it should be fairly straightforward doing this because you've got access to absolutely everything. I had to take off one piece of fairing to get to where I needed to get to. But to be fair, what most motorcycles doing oil changes, you shouldn't have to take any fairing off at all. So it's a bit annoying that I had to take that one piece off, but there you go, that's how it goes. But right, we're going to let the last of the little bit of oil drain, and then going to pop down to Halfords, which is a local hardware store, and get a new oil filter and some new oil. I've got some spare oil from last time, so I'm going to use that, but I'm definitely going to need more, so I'm going to pick up some more whilst I'm at it. And then yeah, should be a good one. All right, so we've got a new oil filter. This is a genuine ZH2 oil filter from Kawasaki. Because it's a fairly new bike, I thought it'd be best to just get a OEM replacement part. So that's what I've got here. And for oil, we've got from Halfords, it's just 10W40 motorcycle oil. It's got all of the ratings and certifications that it needs for motorcycles. So first things first, let's get the new oil filter on. We'll put on the drain bolt plug as well, and we'll top her up. So one thing that's interesting about the ZH2's owner's manual, at least here in the UK, it doesn't actually specify how much oil it needs. So yeah, it should be absolutely fine though, because as long as the oil is in between the low and the high markings on the chassis, or on the engine case rather, then it should be absolutely fine. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that just yet. But yeah, let's crack on. Let's get this filter on. Well, next door are going really hard with their music, and there's me trying to shoot a video. But anyway, so as always with a brand new oil filter, you've got to put some oil around the O-ring to help it seal. But today I'm also going to put a little bit of oil inside the filter. It's something I've never done before, but I've seen it done recently, and I thought, it's a good idea. Helps oil flow around the motorcycle straight away. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So I don't know how much I need to do, but I'm just going to do a little bit. There we go, I think that's enough. There we go, rub a little bit of oil around the rim. Okay, should be good to go. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to do it hand tight, plus a little bit. There we go, I think that's good enough. I can't get it any tighter with my hands, so I'm going to stick with that. So for the oil drain bolt, I've got a brand new washer for it, so I'm going to use that for today. You can use the old washer. Apparently you can just flip it around the other way and it should work just as well, as long as it's not absolutely mangled. But for today, and it's a brand new motorcycle, I'm just going to do it justice and put on a brand new washer for it. Now torque specs for this I think are 25 Newton meters, something like that. But because of the way how this is, you know, I haven't got a bit that is this big, so I can't actually use my torque wrench for it. So I'm just gonna tighten it until it is snug, until I'm happy with it. Like right there actually is feeling pretty snug already, but I'm gonna get a little bit of leverage on it just to help it along just a little bit more. There we go. That should be enough. All right, last thing to do is to fill her up. Now this is something I should have done earlier. I keep forgetting to do this. Whenever you're changing oil, just undo the filler cap, because it actually makes it a lot easier for the oil to flow out the machine. So it's just something I keep forgetting to do. But there you go. I'm going to use the rest of the oil that I've got in this one first, I think. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm actually going to top it up to the upper fill line, then turn the bike on. Okay, so that's filled up to the upper fill line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the filler cap back on the bike, turn it on, let it run for a minute or so, turn it off and see where the oil level lands, and then we'll top it up from there. I'm actually going to take this cardboard out the way as well so I can check for any leaks. There shouldn't be any leaks, but you never know with these things. All right, all looking pretty clean, so let's turn the bike on. All right, so the oil light is gone, which is really good on the dash. Just right there, that's turned off, so the bike seems happy at least. Yeah, let's run it for a little bit, turn it off and see where we are with the oil. So you see the oil hasn't really drained yet. So I'm thinking even though I topped it up all the way to the upper fill line, that it's still nowhere near enough. So it's been a couple of minutes and there still hasn't been any oil in here, so I'm going to top it up quite a significant amount more, I think. Alright, so that's about halfway. I'm going to top it up just a little bit more. That's perfect for me, so it's just under the upper limit. So, I mean, before it, when the bike was standing in the exact same position, it was over the upper limit, and that's from stock, so that's from the factory. So I think I'm happy with that. We're going to turn the bike on one more time, and hopefully it should fill up like this again. But yeah, let's see. Right, let's see how much oil we get this time in the sump. Hopefully we get significantly more. Yeah, you can see it's already filling. So we'll give it another couple minutes, we'll see where we land. What do you guys think? Should the fairing be on here or not? Because since I'm taking it off, I'm kind of digging it. I don't know. Yeah, look, it's filled up exactly to where that line was before, up to where I filled it. So we're looking pretty good, I think. All right, well, there you have it. I think everything is good. The bike seems happy. The oil fill level is absolutely perfect for me, and there's no leaks whatsoever. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm not going to do the outro here. I'm actually going to do the outro out on a ride, because I've got to test ride the bike first anyway to make sure it's all okay. And next door's blasting their music pretty loud. So yeah, let's get a helmet on. Let's go. Alright guys, yeah, the ZH2 feels really good. I've been riding her for about half an hour now after her oil change, and yeah, she's feeling really good. I'm sure this is like some kind of placebo effect, but do you think that the bike always feels just that little bit better to ride when it's just had an oil change? It's weird, isn't it? I'm sure it's exactly the same as it was before, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway guys and gals, yeah, thank you ever so much for watching today's video. I hope that it's helped you out if you are looking to do your own servicing on the Kawasaki Z H2. And yeah, just a couple of things to take away from it. The oil filter, now I didn't know this, but it's specific to the H2 lineup, so you're probably going to struggle finding a replacement oil filter that is aftermarket from local stores. So your best bet is actually to get an oil filter from a motorcycle garage, your local motorcycle garage. Hopefully they should have one, and they should have one that's genuine, especially if they are a Kawasaki dealership, and they should sell it to you. So yeah, I mean, that's a bit of advice that I got for you. And I mean, everything else is pretty much the same as any other oil change on a motorcycle, but yeah, the oil drain bolt was a bit different to usual, so bit annoyed about that, because now it means I'm gonna have to get an extra bit to go on my torque wrench so I can torque it down properly. But yeah, I mean, hey, it should be absolutely fine as long as it is a snug fit and it's not too tight. Then you should be absolutely fine.
But I mean, when I get back home, I'm going to check to make sure it's not leaking from either the oil filter or from the drain bolt. Woo! Oh, it's fun. But yeah, it feels really good. The bike is happy. Everything looks good, and I did put the fairing back on in the end. The lower piece of fairing, but yeah, she's all good. She should be good for another year now. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys and gals. Leave a like, hit subscribe if this helped you out and you want to support the channel, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.